Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTube. Today is a special day. It's my birthday. Well, I don't know if it's gonna be when this comes out, but I think it probably will. 2nd April, my birthday. So basically, I got some presents today, of course, for my birthday. And one of them was this album on vinyl. So I thought, hey, why not listen to it today? Because it's been 1.5 years since I've last heard this. And I've only heard this ever once. So, let me be honest here, I only remember one single song that I still listen to sometimes. It's the third one on the album, right? Yeah, we're listening to Hostile Architecture by Ashenspire today. It's, from what I remember, it was good, but I didn't pay much attention back then, because I was playing like a game while listening to it. So, with that being said, I'm surprisingly really excited. I think we can just start. I feel pretty good today. I'm pretty happy. I've a lot of people wish me happy birthday, spent some time with my family. What the hell is happening in chat right now? Anyways, let's start with the first song, Law of Asbestos. Very nice so far.
Capital 3 evidence-made matter, nailed to the high rise, under the budgetary hammer, do they sleep well, wrapped in irony? Better that than tangled in austerity, better hours of their children in poverty. Until it's their turn. The corner catching a penny saved. Windmill burns again and again and again. It's worse than the pox for all these houses. Sell themselves short, open decent and cornerstone, and entirely bereft of support. Am I drunk toiletry agent?
I've heard the song was good. Man, this part was insane. I mean, first of all, okay, we're gonna do a more like in-depth reaction today, because I feel like it today. I feel like I have fun doing this today. Sometimes when I do like album reactions, it's more like I want to react to this album, and then I'm just like, yeah, I don't want to talk about too much though. Like I'm just more like a listener in general, Today, things change. We're gonna run things back to the Typo Negative review that I did, where I also wore the same headphones here, that I haven't worn that much with my reactions. So what can we take from this? I feel like it's about people not being able to afford buying a house or an apartment or something. I think that's what this is about, and that's why it's called. That's why it's called hostile architecture. Is it because the architecture is like? I don't really see. I don't know. Because the name is, I like the name. This has a really interesting name, this album. And if it's the case that it's about like people not being able to afford houses, I assume the name is supposed to mean something like that the architecture doesn't fit you, or that you, for example, you can't buy like architecture that suits you, I guess, because it's too expensive. So you buy like hostile architecture. Doesn't hostile mean? I think hostile. I'm not sure. Like I'm not English, right? I think hostile means like kind of like evil, like not evil, but like. Let me look it up real quick. Actually, strong dislike, unfriendly. Yeah, unfriendly. That's what I was looking for. Unfriendly. Oh wait, that's an actual thing? That's an actual thing? Hostile architecture is an actual thing? Urban design strategy that uses elements of the... Oh! Hostile architecture is an urban design strategy that uses elements of the built environment to purposefully guide behavior. It often targets people who... Okay, my eyes. Who use or rely on public space more than others, such as youth, poor people, and homeless people. Okay. Okay. Oh, okay, wait. So it's like... Oh, okay, I'm looking at some pictures right now. Wait. Okay, I'm trying to understand this correctly right now. Okay. Huh. So it's basically, if I guess this right, for example, anti-homeless benches. Yeah, so it's like, for example, like those things. That's the example I know because it's like in my city a lot. We don't really have like anti-homeless benches and stuff, I think. At least I haven't seen it yet. But what I've seen, it's not really against like people, but we have like those spikes for pigeons, of course. I guess that can be considered as hostile architecture too. I mean, I would assume. I just gotta check. Did I close my window? I've been hearing like... I have. Okay. Okay, that makes like way more sense now. I didn't know it was called that. Okay. So that makes sense. So I guess it is an album that is about poor people who can't afford houses or homeless people. Yeah, true. I literally just found out. So it's just that, I guess. It makes sense. It fits the lyrics. It fits to the album name. You know, like having like architecture that's like actually designed so people don't sit on it or sleep on it. I get that, yeah. Okay, so that changes like everything. Now let me read back the lyrics then. Capital's preeminence made matter, nailed to the high-rise under the budgetary hammer. Okay. Do they sleep well wrapped in irony? Okay. Better that than tangled in austerity. What? What is austerity? Restraint. It's like it's difficult economic conditions created by government measures to reduce public expenditure. Okay, I see. Better hours than their children living in poverty. Yeah, okay, I get it. Tied over the tampered with until it's their turn. Corner cut, a penny saved. Grenfell burns again. What is Grenfell? I guess that's like a place. I'm really trying to get this here. This is like Grenfell. There's a Grenfell Tower. Maybe that's the thing. That could be it. Grenfell Tower. Huh. Okay, there's worse than the pogs for all these houses. Let me get to this part. The scaffolding holding the bread. I mean, I'm just gonna go back, honestly. I'm just gonna go back to here.
The scaffolding holding the bread from the mounds as it rises to work at them. Sell themselves short, foundation and cornerstone, and in carling, bereft of support. Am I drunk toiletry agent? Will I finally shine inside? Or will I see myself as God sees me? If I pour it in my eyes, pour it in my eyes!
I have to go. I just have to go in Genius real quick and search this up. I'm really interested what this is all about. Hold on. Hold on, okay. Hold on, my ear's like itching as well. Okay. I gotta look this up real quick. This is the law of asbestos, right? Oh, it's asbestos. There it is. Okay. Other notations. Okay, there are. Let me read the description of it first. Is there no description? There's no song bio? No? Nothing? That's it, okay. Well, that thing... Okay, this part, this is not a house of amateurs, this is done with full intent. Let me read the notation for this. Because if I don't really know how to say what I'm thinking, but this could be what I'm thinking. So it says, let me read. Many greedy developers, property managers, or landlords knowingly build unsafe housing and neglect their responsibility to maintain it safely, putting people over profit. Yet when disaster inevitably strikes, will pretend it was an accident, when in reality they knew they were creating inhospitable conditions and simply do not care. That's what I thought this means. Because it sounds like it. It really sounds like he's saying, like, I guess that's pretty easy to understand that part. Where it's like, yeah, it's done with full intent. You know, they're selling houses with full intent that they know are like, either they sell them for like way too much money, or they sell like really bad housing, you know. Damn. Let me see if there's any other notations here. Oh yeah, the tallest region, what does that mean? It's a chemical that contains silver and is used to create mirrors. So if he drinks this chemical that contains silver and is used to create mirrors, it says, will I finally shine inside? And will I see myself as God sees me? Interesting. Will I see myself as God sees me because he's drinking something that creates a mirror? Wait. What does he mean with that? Will I see myself as God sees me? So does that mean he's seeing himself and God sees him as... Does God see him as a god? Because it says it's used to create mirrors, right? So maybe he's trying to say that... Okay, wait, let me just go to another part. I don't understand that. The scaffolding holding the bread from their mouths. Okay. What do I want to know? Yeah, what is Grenfell Burns again? There you go. Okay, so it is the Grenfell Tower. A high-rise fire broke out in the Grenfell Tower in West London. Burned for 60 hours. 72 people died, 2 later in hospital with more than 70 injured and 223 escaping. Deadliest structural fire. Okay. Okay. Well, okay, so what does that have to do with the album so far? Maybe, is he trying to like say... Maybe he's trying to say that the Grenfell... Maybe the Grenfell Tower was like built like not that well. And then we come back to the topic where it's like, it's done with full intent, you know? So the Grenfell Tower burns again and again. I don't know if that's the case. And what else we have? Okay. Oh, okay. He's gonna talk about homeless spikes later in the album. Okay, I mean in the song. Let's get back to it then. I really wasted a lot of time on the song, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Here we go.
Always 3 months to the gutter. Never 3 months to the peak. Another day to grind your fingers for the simple right to eat. Always 3 months to the gutter. Never 3 months to the crown. Another deep breath of asbestos in a God-forsaken town. Always 3 months to the gutter. Never 3 months to the top. Another set of fucking homeless slaves beside another empty shop. Always 3 months to the gutter. Never 3 months to a cent. This is not a house of amateurs. This is done with full intent. With full intent. Only 3 months to a gutter. Never 3 months to a peak. Another day to grind your fingers for the simple right to eat. Only 3 months to the gutter. Never 3 months to the crown. Another deep breath of asbestos in a God-forsaken town. Only 3 months to the gutter. Never 3 months to the top. Another set of fucking homeless fights beside another empty shop. Always 3 months to the gutter. Never 3 months to a cent. This is not a house of amateurs. This is done with full intent. Done with full intent.
Yeah. It's a 10. It's a 10. It's just a 10, man. Like, I'm sorry, it's just like a 10. I don't know. Like, it's just like... It's like literally just a 10. Like, what can I say? You know? Yeah, it gets the silver smiley, yeah. He has a name, but I can't leak that yet because the video hasn't been published yet. It's a secret video coming out soon of me reacting to the new Death Heaven album for everyone that's watching right now. It's just a 10. Like, everything is great. Like, the story is great, the theming is great, the instrumentation is great, you know. I like how it progresses. I feel like this is like, I don't know how this could be like done better. I like the more like the vocals give me like punk vibes, yeah. And I like that. Okay, this is really bright. I was gonna just check Okay. Yeah, it's avant-garde metal, progressive metal. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. That song is quite awesome. Let's continue now, though, because I don't know. Okay. Hello, Dwarf. Welcome to stream.
Always keep a straight face.
Since you asked what this is, we're listening to an album. I think it's about what I've been hearing so far. It's about like hostile architecture, like spikes on benches, like for homeless people not being able to afford houses. Yeah, it's pretty cool so far. I like it.
This year's galvanized with sinks and travels, limbo as any, trading one grave for another. The music of the spheres spun in colors I had never dreamed of. I would be lustrous. I'd be rusting in rust. I would be wretched. I would be loved.
Oh, that hurt. Bro, when he said I would be wretched, I would be loved, that hurt, man. Let me go back real quick. Okay, I see. I just have to catch up real quick.
Think home. This is not my control bones. I'll shed my veins with the acetone. I wasn't born in fear. There's no self-loathing in my genes. But from when I could hear, I heard the hereditary, the poison of misogyny. An amateur wavering thrust traversing the tripwire of masculinity. Dance, hummingbird! Can you dance? I learned the steps before I could walk. I have learned silence before I could talk.
Sometimes I forget it's black metal we're listening to. I still like it, but that build up, I wish there was like something a bit like, I mean, it's really raw, something a bit like more like all over the place, but yeah. Yeah, that was pretty good. I like that one more. This one was kind of like, I don't know, like the mixing is like very raw and stuff. This I don't really like the mixing here too much. In some parts, the vocals are a good like kind of like palette cleanser for the mixing. So that's good. I like the parts with those vocals because it's like it fits well. That's all I can say. Now we have a song I know. I like the song. It's Plattenbau Preisen für die Praxis, I guess. If you say it in German. Peak music. The drums are crazy here.
revelry's beating through my each, every nerve. Persephone, nature's and glory, after dark sticks, the skin of white phosphorus, leave me transfixed to the monitor. And I see you there, and squinting, revealing these pixels, depicting your fear. The marble is cold as objectification, no will of your own still pass between unfeeling hands. But hence to the glass, I wait.
I already know the song, but just reading the lyrics to it makes it even better. Probably like a 9 out of 10 for me. Or something. I'm not even sure about the rating here. It's somewhere between a 9 and a 10. That's what I know. But it's not a 10, I think. Because we already have a 10. I mean, there could be 2 10s, you know. But here's the thing. This one, I don't think it's as good as the first song. But I also kind of feel like it comes very close. So it's probably like a 9.6 or something. This instrumentation here, I think, is better than the first song, but the lyrics in the first song are a bit better. So yeah, make of that what you will. Still, insane song. I like how it touches on like the subject of the first song again. Or I guess the entire album is pretty much about that, but in the second song I couldn't really figure out what was going on. Song 4. We got 8 songs in total. We got 5 left. So yeah. I mean, this is just fun so far. I'm enjoying this. Because it's kind of like a mix between like black metal and some like more like jazzy elements of, which is just like saxophone, trumpet stuff, you know. Or like, not really trumpet, I guess it's just like the saxophone. I hope that's what you're using, I'm not sure. Good song. Now we get the next song, I don't know the name. How the Mighty Have Vision. There. Oh, well. What? Interesting. Is that the same guy who does like the punk vocals? Like the punkish vocals, I guess? No. Is it? That's cool. That's actually so cool. If it is. I can check, I think. Do we have the song information anywhere? Okay, see that, like... What can you see? Oh, there. Okay. Let's go a song back real quick. Nah, that's crazy. Nah, what the fuck?
Reminder that those they hold in contempt still need somewhere to shelter.
Okay. Nice. I'm gonna let it transition to the song Tragic Heroine. Can I just say I love this vocalist. Like, I've never heard someone do these, like, I'm gonna say it again, punkish vocals. I mean, it's not a punk album necessarily, but it's like these, like, they're I guess, I don't know, I'm just gonna say avant-garde vocals, because it's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like, you know, Black Media make avant-garde too, and they have some similarities, I guess, but this is more like that, like, that like kind of like extreme punk delivery kind of. Well, I don't really know what else to call it, but the fact you can also like do like the like singing, I don't really know what style it is. I'm sorry, like I'm not that experienced, but the fact you can also do that, and it both sounds really good. I like this vocalist, so I'm just gonna say it right here. This vocalist gets a silver smiley from me. Like it's actually like made out of metal. It's like a metal smiley. He gets a metal smiley from me. That's a cool ass like voice he got. Okay, we're almost done with the song. Okay. Happen. Is it? Okay, I go with this, Tragic heroine, and how the mighty have vision. So how the mighty have vision is like, it stands out, obviously. I mean, come on, we're listening to like a avant-garde progressive black metal album here, and you think that one song that is not even a metal song doesn't stand out? I mean, come on. Yeah, that song definitely stood out. But it was good. And that's the problem here. This is too good for my liking, you know? Like, how am I gonna listen to an album that's just gonna... like, how am I even gonna, like, finish listening to this? I mean, it's just too good. I can't just, like, continue listening to this. Well, of course I will. Don't worry. For everyone that's watching this right now, I recommend you to check this album out, even though you already are basically right now. That doesn't even make sense. What am I yapping? Okay, let me just get to the point here, okay? This is great. I've never really heard, like... The only band that sounds like at least a bit similar to this that comes to mind is like Maruja, maybe? But they're not really like... They're not like metal. Maruja is like post-punk? Jazz rock, post-rock, post-punk, art punk. Yeah. Wait, they released more stuff? Wait, they... Hold on, okay. I didn't know this is true. They made 3 EPs before Knockin' Area? Okay. I didn't even know this. One of them is apparently not even able... You can't even find that one. What? That's so weird. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, which tab was I at? Which tab? Here, and then go back. So this is just awesome, because I feel like I haven't really heard anything like this. It combines black metal, it combines like somewhat of a punk style, it combines like avant-garde, it combines like some like jazzy elements. It's just so many genres combined and so many styles. And then they made this, and it literally like it has this like sound. It like fits to the album name and the cover art. It has this like very like there's like a wall of like sound in some parts, and it really fits to like the meaning behind it and the vibe of the album, and that's great. I feel like this is just, they released another album like 5 years before this one. I might check it out. I mean, this is really just, I need to add some stuff from this to my playlist later. I mean, Tragic Herod I'm probably gonna add, you know. How the Mighty Have Vision. It's a good song. It feels more of like an interlude to the song after, I guess. Like a long interlude. And then the second song I didn't really like that much, but 1, 3, and 5, all really good songs. That's crazy. Okay, we got 3 more songs. We got Apathy as Arsenic, Lethargy as Lead. Okay. You know what this reminds me of, surprisingly? That reminds me of, like, that vocal style here. Really reminds me of, like, 1980s King Crimson, like, Discipline. That one song where it's, like, spoken word, I think it's Indiscipline. It kind of sounds like that. I can't lie. What the fuck? What is this? That's insane. Listen to this.
The workers bleeding. The horses beaten.
Wow. Wow.
God forbid that you should ever want to hold. Shine like a diamond when you're down in the mine. And if there's any who's eagerness to trample beleaguered and deteriorated out pieces of it, you'll find a place in the ever-increasing, the holds over hollow-eyed hands, the flesh-tearing flesh, from the famished and failing. The Ouroboros, the unquenchable thirst, crushing the heads of the last to be first. Gallows shimmer on the old scaffold. All the ones that stand on this are working class's hand. They say men are hanged while meat is hung. Lies of power to the ones a struggling struggler seen. So much brawn swimming from capital's very veins. We are the cause of work. We are the cause of labor soul. We are the cause of work. We are the cause of silent gold.
I can't talk. I'm actually just speechless. So I'm just gonna say it. I'm giving this. I'm also giving this like a 9. I didn't even rate the other 2 songs. I didn't even rate the second song. The second song was like a 7.5. I didn't like it that much. And then the How the Mighty Have Vision was like a 7 because it's an interlude. I don't know how to rate it, so I'm just giving it a 7. And then Tragic Heroine was like an 8.6 or something. Now we have 2 songs left. Let's just get to it. Palimpsest. No, we're pausing. No, I'm not gonna let this just play, okay? So, what we witnessed now was a Hostile Architectures by Ashenspire. And now we're getting to the last song. And it's the longest song on the album. And I am a bit afraid that I will absolutely love the song. So, now when I say this, of course, I mean, I'm not afraid. It's cool if I love the song. But I might literally just like, I might literally just like stare like into my camera or something, with my mouth open or something. So, if I think it's crazy, so that was a good instrumental song. I'm gonna give that like an 8.5 as well. This is just awesome. Do I need to say anything else? Cable Street again. Okay. I'm scared. Here we go.
This is where it starts! A cynical sleight of hand! To saturate postures with words and gold! Settle with hatred! And you'll bow to man! Compromise! Doubling! And compromise all! Flashes of hammers out his hurts! On scapegoat! Angles! Beneath your nose! Perhaps your eyes altered! And your hearing! Hearing fucking goes! That is where it goes! The creaking quotes reach! The dry, rotting floorboards will always give way! And thus, once again, the sealed vault is breached! In cycles and cycles of silent decay, rotten negligence! Scarcity false, except the truth! The bindweed is once again taking root! I hope you like poverty, breathing in suits, and the taste of leather off Britain's boots!
You need to totally, it's awesome. What? That's...
Desperate times. Call for desperate measures. A few misdirections to change and the pressure discharges. I see the forked tongue. In the ear of the strain, both the barrels retrained on the ones in the margins. These dispossessed people, silver-eyed, glazed with a mirror of trauma, boats sunk in a wash of formaldehyde. The Tollin creation, Scars the iris. Scars the iris in you. So hold your tongue, or I'll hold it for you. The violence is here. Modern watchers in the streets. What good is civility in the face of a car full of teeth? There's no broken system, but the product of it. You cannot fix that which is working as intended. Nothing to the printing press. Virulent, caustic. They find the fascists themselves. They start with the act. Notice they aren't resting. Nor reading the rules. They're desperate for more! Guiding for it! If it's in the cable streets again, we are willing to debate. You can't reason with malice! The fascist model break!
That's insane. That was all I needed today for my birthday. So that was a great closer. Some moments I didn't enjoy too much, but overall, it's one of my favorite songs. Yeah, I think it's like really good. Like it's like insanely good as well. So I'm gonna also add this to my playlist. I'm also gonna add, I think, this song to my playlist. And this song, right? Yeah. I think those were the other two songs that I liked that much. Yeah. Okay. What could I like possibly say after this? I'll take my headphones off. It's like, I'm probably gonna give it a 9 out of 10. It's like so good. I'm glad I listened to it again today. I'll probably listen to it again tomorrow. On vinyl. Or like this week, sometime. That's crazy. Like I feel like you can't make this shit up, like, bro. They really made like an album about the topic of hostile architecture and made it this good. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope you like the album as well. I'll see you some other day when I'm probably gonna do a reaction to the new Grape Milk albums that came out. Goodbye.